I've been in a small group now for 27 years, and how I got there is I was teaching English in Poland, met my wife there. She was part of a charismatic movement in Poland, and when we came back together as a couple, we wanted to experience something similar to that in our archdiocese. We found Community of Christ the Redeemer in West St. Paul. We joined that organization, and that was our entry point into small groups. A big part of my life in my 20s, I was just drifting. I didn't really have solid relationships. I didn't have any formation. I didn't have any teaching. And so I think being part of a small group really helped with my reversion back to the Catholic Church. It was instrumental completely. My wife and I have been in many different small groups. We've changed over the years, and it's just been a blessing to get to know more people. So we've had more people know us, and we've gotten to know people on a deeper level. And on my side, is in a men's group, I really developed a good sense of brotherhood. These are like the men that I know are praying for me. These are brothers in Christ. And not all of them, but many of them have become lifelong friends. Even as we changed groups, we continue to have friendship. Our kids connect. Even to this day, some of my adult kids, that's their best friends, were from our original small group. So it's been a big blessing. A big part of small group for us is prayer and personal sharing. So we talk about things that are important in our lives. We talk about our marriages. We talk about how our prayer life is going. We talk about major decisions we need to make, how we're doing as dads. And I know that in small group, I can have any time, any of the guys can ask me, so David, how's your marriage going? How's your prayer life going? How are you doing as a dad? And I'm completely comfortable expressing that to them because we have complete confidentiality in our small group. So I'm open to share what I need to share, and I know what I say in small group stays in small group. I've grown to know that I'm never going to outgrow a small group. I think I'll always need a small group in my life. I think in my life, the spiritual life isn't static. It isn't that I've arrived and now I can just rest. And I think there's always room for spiritual growth. And I think that's a big thing, especially becoming an intentional disciple and wanting to continue to grow in my spiritual walk with the Lord. So I think I'll always need small group. A key to getting ready for small group is daily personal prayer. I think it's key, carving out that time. It's a big thing we talk about in our small group, how our personal prayer is going. If I'm not praying every day, I'm not carving out that time, I'm not ready for small group. And people know that, and we can ask each other how our personal prayer is going. So I think it's really important to continue to pray every day to grow closer to Jesus. And sometimes when you think about small group, you're like, oh, I'm tired, or I'm busy, or I don't want to go tonight. But, I've never thought that it was wasted time. It has this cumulative effect in my life, how I continue to go and I continue to grow in my relationship with the Lord and with these other brothers. So I think it's been a transformation in my life. So I think continuing to go and to continue to be faithful, especially to these committed and stable relationships, has just been a blessing in my life. And, right now, I just can't imagine life as a Christian alone. I will always want to be in a small group.